Hey guys, I'm Shay, this is Wilson, and this is our show.
Hell yeah.
The intent of this podcast is to be really funny and really short, just like our penises. Wilson's name isn't actually Wilson, though, it's Andrew. But no one calls him that. We know each other from the internet. We've never met in person. He lives in Australia, like it's a fake country with a fake time zone and shit.
Mm-hmm. I actually have a fake wife as well. Don't forget to mention that.
She's not real at all. She'll never talk. But we met on Anime Forum. We are not endorsed or sponsored by them, nor do we per se endorse them.
And dear God, are they going to be glad we put that preface on this?
I know, they're going to totally sue the shit out of us now. Kai Toes will be like, I do not think so. Is that how Russian sounds? How Russian sound?
That's how he sounds.
I've actually never talked to him. Hey Ace, if you hear this.
Ace isn't. This is AF up late. Ace won't be wanting any part in what's about to happen, I don't think.
Oh shit! Who might find? But yeah, me and
better deliver now.
Andrew here. We met online, and we just knew that there's a connection. Just two kindred spirits, just surfing hentai.
Joined at the Jeffries.
Listening to music that's somewhat similar in taste. Playing video games.
Crafting sultry tunes.
That's right. We do have a music project, which we'll get to eventually. But yeah, I guess that's all for the self-intros. First up, music. There's one album. There's one band that me and Wilson connect over more than anything else. I mean, we like a bunch of shit, and we share a lot of interests. This is the one that comes up the most because it's just so fucking manly. The band High on Fire. They've been around since like 91. They've been rocking the shit out of the stoner scene forever. And Wilson got into them around when Snakes came out, right?
Actually, the story behind that involves you, of course. I asked you on chat to recommend me a band that made me want to ride dragons. And you said ride dragons and
ride dragons and fuck Amazons.
Slay demons or something along those lines. And I said, yeah, that's the stuff. And then you said High on Fire. And I looked up. The first song I heard was Rumors of War.
Oh.
And the rest is history.
Rumors of War. My favorite part of that song is Shotgun.
Whole song, man. Gut kicking drums.
Oh god, they're fucking drummer, man. Like, we'll get to Matt Pike. Let's talk about this band in general. Like, their drummer is just so like, he gets that tribal shit in there. He's like a fucking beast on the toms. His snare rolls are like, his snare fills are just like, what the fuck was that? That's like ridiculous. Especially on this latest album, he's like just blowing your fucking like balls off the entire goddamn time.
Yeah. As evidenced by them giving him the odd, just entirely drum solo song and that sort of thing, just to lead into the next track and all that sort of stuff, man. I actually have the album sitting around here somewhere, but I'm sure you've got it all.
Oh, I've listened to the shit out of that new album.
Yeah, and
we're talking about the newest one, De Vermis Mysteries, which came out was that beginning of July?
Something like that. Something along those lines.
Wait, it's not even July yet, is it?
Yeah,
come on, mate.
We might need to. Okay, note for next episode: invest in a calendar.
Invest in having Notepad on screen with notes.
Research.
We actually I have a script up on screen right now that we typed up 2 seconds before the show. I was like, let's do a podcast. So we typed out the script, and this is exactly what it says. It says self-intro, music, De Vermis Mysteries, and then some of our solo projects that we'll talk to you about: gaming, Diablo 2, and Vision.
Yeah, don't give it all away, man. Don't give it all away. You're gonna leave them wanting more.
Don't give all 5 lines of it away. All 5 bullets. But yeah, De Vermis Mysteries. Like, the first single that came out before the album launched was Fertile Green. Holy fucking shit. That track, right from the get-go, the fucking drums, and the bass playing on that fucking track. Oh. Their bass player, they're new. I mean, he's relatively new. He's been with them since Death is His Communion. And he's just one of the best fucking things that's happened to him ever, I think.
Oh, is the bass player not an original member?
No, he's not.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He is. I'm
Did
pretty
not
sure
know that.
Communion
So-
was his
so that-
first one with them.
So that makes Matt the only original member, doesn't it? Because didn't the drummer come late?
I actually don't know about the drummer.
I thought the drummer was like from.
Look at us like having our own podcast and like not knowing shit about anything. It's amazing. Today we're going to talk
Really?
to you about taxes. They're probably
We're not the authority on this, but
we're not the authority on shit. Let me just put that out there. What gives us the authority or the balls to make our own podcast is that we're really outspoken. Our opinions are the only opinions we give a shit about, and we really don't give a fuck what anyone says. And we're just, perverted, egotistical fucks. Man, we're awesome.
but I actually have up the High on Fire Wikipedia page.
Oh yes, when you don't have knowledge, just Wikipedia.
Past members include Joe Preston and George Rice. Let's just find out what the hell they did.
Oh yeah, while he's looking that shit up. Fertile Green. It's just from the lyrics to the composition, it's just a stoner's dream. Having a breakdown in the middle where Mac is just like busting out a riff on his own, and then he's yelling "Smoke weed!" It's like yes, this album,
This album.
this album.
My favorite track on that album, from what I can remember, because I tend to make copies of my CDs. If I know they're going to get heavy rotation and stuff, so I just make copies and keep them in a big old, like a 300 CD case that I carry around with me all the time. And because of that, I hardly ever know the song names.
Oh yeah, I do that too, man. Like I just have it, I pop it in, and then I'm like, oh, I love track 2.
Yeah. So let me pull up a
Track 2 on this, by the way, is Bloody Knuckles, which is also
Warhorn.
fucking
Is it?
ridiculous.
No, King of Days. King of Days is the shit.
Yeah, King of Days is definitely like the highlight of that album.
Oh man, that is the shit.
Just fucking
King of
like,
Days.
deep and growly, and like Pike, instead of like doing his usual like why, like that sounded nothing like it, but instead he's like doing like some like Lemmy type shit.
Yeah.
He's got like those guttural, like if Tom Araya was trying to do poetry or something.
Since we're on the subject of High on Fire, and undoubtedly all the women who are listening to this podcast,
Oh god, all like my mom,
the thousands of women, yeah, basically they're all going to want to find out about High on Fire. And the tendency among most people I have shown High on Fire to is to complain about Matt Pike's vocals.
Fuck all of them. Fuck.
Yes, that's in short, yes. But I submit that the band would not be the same without those particular vocals. I mean, obviously it wouldn't be the same, but it wouldn't even do it for me like it does. The dude has to sound like an orc in combat.
His voice, like even when you're just watching interviews with Matt Pike, like this guy has so much goddamn charisma. Like he just sounds like
I know.
like a fucking like a dwarf who's like just smoked and chugged tons of ale all his goddamn like his 500 years of
Exactly.
life, and like now he's like getting on mountaintops and roaring at you. It just sounds like that. It's incredible. Like that's just what it sounds like. Sometimes it sounds like very.
Then he's all
physically painful.
handshakes and eating bats and shit. Like when it's on chill time.
And he's like the sweetest guy.
Yeah. No, I'm down with it. But we got to throw some controversy in there.
Fucking love it. Oh, what's this controversy, sir? Don't do this.
I'm going to
to me.
say that I don't like the new album as much as I like the previous one. And I know that you don't agree with that.
I don't, because I really think the previous album is like my least liked High on Fire album, even though I love some of the tracks on there.
Yeah.
Like How Dark We Pray, for God's sake. How Dark
Oh, hell yes.
that goddamn track. That's, like the king of days of that record.
I admittedly need to give this more listens because I got a few new albums all at the same sort of time, and I have a tendency to continue listening to things I already know and love.
Yeah, I've been doing that lately too.
So
But this album,
I
like
really-
the series, like there's like maybe 1 or 2 tracks that I skip past every now and then because
Yeah.
I don't particularly love them. I'm just like, oh, okay, let's get to the next good one. But
Mhm.
like their one album where I just don't skip a fucking thing is Communion. That is just ridiculous to me. Communion's just fucking sick. Also, The Art of Self-Defense.
I'm with you there. That's probably all up the best album.
Oh yeah, you agree now, Communion?
Oh, I'd say Communion. Yeah. I like certain things on Snakes a fair bit.
I always thought Snakes was your favorite or something.
I'm going to pull up a track listing of both of them and I'm going to compare. But I think I give the typing Snakes in Google probably won't be enough.
You know what I mean? God damn it!
God damn it, Google! Don't you know the lingo?
Speaking of Google, that just made me think like if you had a Google sex bot. Google has the technology. Everyone has the technology to make like a sex android. It would be Google, right?
Why don't they? Yeah. I remember, I don't know, maybe a year or two ago. It would have been way longer than that, actually, but fuck years. But there was like some guy who was making a pleasure bot and it like said the things you wanted it to say, and I think you could like program a few different personalities into it and stuff.
Oh, that's amazing.
And I'm like, I don't know, you watch like Ghost in the Shell and shit like that. And you're like, why don't they have them? Like, seriously.
I never really watched Standalone Complex, the show. I remember one episode, though, where she infiltrated, like, some high roller place, and she's, like, decked out. Like, I was like, oh, fuck yeah. You go, Major. And then she, like, talks to the guy, and it's like, she's basically in a brothel for, like, what do they call them, dolls or something?
Yeah, something like that. Been a while since I've seen.
She's like, I don't think you want to have sex with me like I am now. You want to have sex with me when my soul's on my body. I'm just a lifeless doll. And he was like, oh, hell yeah. And I was like, what the fuck? This is amazing. And then she, like, knocked him out into some other shit. And I was like, oh, okay.
Okay, Fury Whip, Wasted Tiamat, Death is His Communion.
Okay, the title track on that album is just, fucking insane.
Return to Nod gets me hard every time, man. I absolutely love Return to Nod.
It's kind of
D.
weird. Okay.
Rumors of War. Yeah, okay. Bastard Samurai, though, and Frosthammer.
Oh, speaking of sex androids, I recently got this. I don't know if you heard this game called Bone Town. It's like Grand Theft Auto, but you just go around having sex with chicks. And they came out with a new one.
Like quality.
Yeah. It's you can tell it's like homebrew and shit. But
Okay.
they have a new one that came out called Bonecraft, which, as you can get, is
I
a
can imagine,
Warcraft
yes.
universe. It's pretty awesome so far. I have a personal assistant who's like a female RoboCop. Like, she's like all metal except for like the mouth area, and the lips are like bright red. And I was like, I know exactly what that's for.
Yeah, makes sense, yes.
But yeah, I want those to be real soon.
I know. Okay. Like that. Do you think it'll ever be real? Do you think?
Go ahead.
Let's suppose that they actually have the ability to make androids.
Yeah.
They don't even need to have like real artificial intelligence. Real artificial intelligence.
As opposed to
that makes sense.
Shit.
Yeah. But I mean, do you think they ever would make pleasure bots, or do you think that's just something that'll never eventuate?
I think no matter what happens anywhere else as far as the development or like human rights groups getting pissed off about them, Japan will have them no matter what.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Japan will fucking have them. Then you just import that shit.
Yeah.
They really have you seen those lifelike dolls they have?
Well, the ones where they show pictures of some like fat Japanese dude like eating his little bento box with his fake ass anime girlfriend.
No,
sitting next to him.
No. They have dolls over there that look just like real chicks. Like they'll show you a picture. You'll be like, "Oh, is that a cool model?" It's like, "No, that's a sex doll." What?
It's kind of freaky. Actually.
It's freaky, but I would totally want one if I didn't have to pay like a small fortune for one.
Really?
Yeah, I would totally have one.
What's a small fortune in yen?
Probably
ask
like,
Susie.
Add 2 zeros onto anything we have, and you have the yen. That's my strategy, anyway. Susie, who he just mentioned, we have to get her to guest on this show.
Oh, God.
If
it would be the trifecta of sexy voices, am I right?
You will all vote us off the show and just have her own show because her voice is just the sexiest thing ever. She's actually a Japanese girl from Japan. She lives in Chiba, I think, right?
How do you know that?
I'm pretty sure that's what
Shay.
it's called. What?
How do you know that, Shay?
I just know that, like...
Are you closer to Susie than I am?
I don't know who's her senpai.
Is that?
very possessive of our female online friends, and none of us will ever get any from. It's just day in the life of an internet dork.
Yes.
But yeah, for some reason, when she speaks English, she has the hottest American accent ever.
It's insane.
Even though she's native Japanese, lived here all her life. It's ridiculous.
It is out of control.
She sounds like you're calling like a sex line. You're like, what the fuck? Is she doing that
I
on
know.
purpose? And she's like, what are you talking about?
She knows. She knows damn well. Anyway, we're gonna like make her uncomfortable if she watches or listens to
we won't show her this episode when we tell her to come on.
Okay, that's a good idea.
We're like, hey, Susie, we have this shit.
Which means this is gonna get no views.
Yeah, it's
Because the only people who are gonna listen to this are people we force to. So I'm gonna be the chat room street crew though. I'm gonna be up there like, yeah, if you guys heard our podcast.
Wilson in the AF chat, he's always like our shout out guy, just dropping links like a motherfucker.
It's due to my fandom of hip hop culture.
Bless his soul.
Which is all about
self promotion.
Yeah,
I hate those
self promotion of everyone who's in your little clique, promotion of everybody. Shout outs to everyone in the middle of your interviews. That's
have like
builds
10
a sense
featured
of
artists on
community,
your
Shay.
track.
I don't think you know much about a sense of community, but it builds a sense of community, okay?
I know all about community. I'm the harem master, motherfucker. All right, so I guess we talked about mysterious.
Okay. I'm sorry. What are we on to now?
I don't know.
Actually, that was a good segue. When you think about it, you just pilfer out the bits where we fumbled, and then we just brought up how I.
We're learning this as we go. Like, I'll probably cut out tons of shit, but you guys will know. I'll like throw it. I'll be like, yeah, here's blah blah blah. Whatever.
But yeah, we segued there into the promotion of our bands.
That sounds so gay when we say it. It does.
Hey man, I got a script right here. Mm-hmm. And next on the line, we kind of deviated there into sex bots, but next on the line is actually Ill at Ease.
Which makes sense because we were just talking about how black people do things.
Exactly. Hey, hip hop culture, my friend.
Ill at Ease was an anthropology project that Wilson and I embarked on to emulate what it's like to be an African American.
Oh man, did you just come up with that off the cuff? That was beautiful. We should stick that shit on our SoundCloud page.
We should. That'd be like our registry. Yeah, Ill at Ease. We have a couple of music projects together. All of them suck. But, I mean, by suck, I mean I'm just trying to be modest on purpose, even though I think I'm the shit.
God damn, man. If there's one thing this does not do, it suck. It does pump, though. In your,
Ill at Ease is our rap project out of the 3 projects we have together. And
is that all? Is that all we got? 3?
Yeah. Ill at Ease, Slime
It
Girls.
seems like a lot more, doesn't it?
That's because there's like 26 tracks in like the queue. For the record, we've only completed one thing ever, and it's the one on Ill at Ease. Go to soundcloud.com/Ill at Ease, I think, right?
I'm actually going to link this shit right now. Bear with me 1 second.
Oops, looks like we can't find that page. Fuck you, SoundCloud. Don't fuck with me right now.
I'm on a schedule.
Schedule.
All right, here we go. I'll be linking that shit up on your Skype.
Thank you for listening to the Shay and Wilson podcast. All the music you heard today on this podcast were originals by yours truly. You can check out more at soundcloud.com/ShayonQureshi. Be sure to check out our other projects, which will be in the description below. See you next time.